Andor. Season 1, episode 9.
Yep. That's the one.
That's the one. So this is the one where Andor is still in jail.
Yeah.
Still doing things. Mm-hmm. I found this episode to be very all over the place. Like, they didn't really focus on one thing for too long, and it's just like jumped here and jumped there, and it was fairly all over the place.
I mean, that's kind of the way the whole series has been, really, I thought.
Yeah, it has been, but I felt like this one was a little bit more disjointed than usual.
I didn't really notice that, but no, not really. I knew what was going on. They have a lot to show, whereas
they do.
The only one that still seems like, what's the point of this story now, is the guy from Lazy Town. It's like, what's his point now?
Yes.
He's getting very desperate.
Yes, he is.
And it's like, why?
Desperate and creepy.
Yeah, what's his deal? So, who knows anyways. But this one, they showed Mon Mothma, who we now know her cousin is the girl that was working with Andor to steal the money.
Yeah, she was the head lady.
Yeah. Which we didn't realize. We didn't know. I don't think we knew.
No, we definitely didn't know.
That was Mon Mothma's cousin.
Yeah, it's when they did the announcement, it's like, oh, your cousin's coming. She's like, what? And I'm like, who?
Yeah. Who's your cousin?
Who's your cousin?
Yeah.
Why is this important?
And then I was like, oh, it's her. Okay. They showed a lot of Bix getting tortured.
Yes.
Which was pretty brutal. The way they showed... like they described what the torture was just like, oh, that's very disturbing. Like, it's like the death screams of a race, and especially the kids, because that's particularly bad. But like the woman acting as Bix, when she started getting tortured and they zoomed in on her eyes and stuff, I was like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Is she really getting tortured? It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. The doctor was cool. Dr.
Joseph Goebbels. I mean, yeah, they're very fascist in this show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Zorgst or something like that?
Something like that,
yeah. He's just like a Nazi, basically. And then Andor really wants to break out of prison, but I can't even remember what Andy Serkis's character's name is. Just like, shut up. And he's like, they're not listening to us, buddy. Like, they don't care about us.
They don't care.
Just tell me how many guards there are here. And he's just like, no, I won't do it. But it ended up being something happened. People got killed, and they don't really know why. And in this jail,
second floor just all got wiped out. Everyone on the second floor just died.
Why did it happen this way? Like, what happened? And eventually they learn, like, a guy that was supposed to get paroled just got put back into a different floor, and they let the information out, like, that he didn't get released. So rather than, like, whatever, being like, oops, we screwed it up, he's supposed to go, they just killed everybody on the floor to like cover it up, basically. And they say that everybody in the colony is going to get killed.
Yeah. Nobody's getting out.
Just because they don't want, I guess a riot or whatever to happen.
It's probably what I was thinking of. What it was is that no one's getting out. Everyone's going to die because there's no room left in the jail. Because because the sentences have become so grossly inflated, and everyone's getting just thrown into jail now. It's just like getting too overcrowded, and they're just going to kill everyone there.
Yeah. The way I thought they said in the show that there was a guy that was supposed to be released, but they just sent him to another floor.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so Andy's character name is Kino.
Oh yeah,
Kino Boy.
Kino. At the end of the show though, where they finally learn and like, hey, everybody's gonna die, and Andor asks him again, like, how many guards are on every floor, and he's just like, no more than 12. And then the episode ended. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, after that I was like, yes. I was like, no.
Why is it over now? God damn it. So I was pretty stoked about seeing the next episode.
Is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. At first, when he first went into this jail and they were like walking him into the like lockdown area, and they have him walk right by the boot rack where you can just get your fresh boots, I was like, man, this is stupid. Why would they have these out in the open like that? But it's like, they're not really out in the open. It's like they're all locked away in an area where there's no chance of getting to these like electric proof boots. So it's like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought. So I'm excited to see what happens next episode.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the one the older gentleman on their table had a stroke.
Yes.
And so They stayed with him in the hall. Like, he had a stroke right in the hallway when they were changing shifts.
Yeah.
And so they had to wait for a doctor to come in. And the doctor basically told them that nobody's getting out. Everybody is dying.
Yes. And I can't help him, so let me just kill him here.
Yeah.
In a way that'll let him die peacefully.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, we really have to get out of here. So, yeah, Andor finally got the information from Kino. Like,
Yeah.
we can get out of this place.
Yeah. And this scene really shows that Kino's actually, he's sympathetic to his inmates. He wants everyone to get out. He wants everyone to survive.
Oh, yeah, big time. But he has to be like the boss.
But he has to be the boss.
Yeah. Make sure everybody follows the, what is it called? Order or something?
The program.
Stay on program?
Stay on program.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows that he's not, he's not just a heartless guy who's not thinking about people.
Yeah.
He's actually there. He's thinking about his fellow inmates and wants everyone to survive and get out.
Exactly.
But he also wants to survive and get out.
Exactly. So, I mean, we didn't see him in Rogue One.
We sure didn't.
We'll see if he makes it.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to be in Rogue One.
No, I know, but you know, with certain characters, it's like, well, are we going to see, Mon Mothma's cousin lady there? I don't think so.
Vel?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Vel. I don't think she was in Rogue One, so.
No, I don't think she was in either.
So
I did restart watching it, so I'm pretty sure she's not.
I'm going to watch Rogue One after I finish watching Andor, but it'd be interesting to see if what's her name is an episode of this. Jan Eero or whatever her name was from Rogue One. Is that what her name was?
No, she won't be.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Not
I think
even
the only person I think we're going to see is K2SO.
I mean, did we already see him?
We saw K2
A
robots.
model? Yeah.
We didn't see K2SO, and I'm pretty sure that even if it's not this season, maybe it's the next season that we see him, because he's got to come across him sooner or later.
I guess so. But yeah, this is this is the best Star Wars thing.
Jyn Erso.
Yeah. There you go. Since the original 3, I don't know.
I'd say since 3.5.
Like since the special editions?
No.
Oh, since Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Okay.
Because Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It has like the highest highs for Darth Vader and the almost the lowest lows for Darth Vader in one movie.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Darth Vader's lowest point is when the Emperor is like, oh, you killed Padme, you just don't remember. And he goes, no! But it also has the highest of highs where he goes on the Yavin 4 and, like, kills all the rebel troopers right at the end of the movie. And there's, like, post-credit scene, basically, where his lightsaber comes on. He just murders everybody. But in that movie, it also has, like, the worst pun he ever says, too, where he says something about, like, don't let your ambitions
choke you.
Yeah.
And he spins around with his stupid... Oh, yeah.
That is, like, one of the worst scenes of all time.
Yeah, I think that scene and Vader post-Yavin 4 is the worst Vaderage ever.
Even when he's kicking the shit out of everybody?
Not when he's kicking the shit out of everybody, but when he's like, anytime he walks, because he's got so much swagger when he walks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I still think it's the best Star Wars movie ever.
Wow.
But I also think, the Vader parts were the worst parts about Vader. Worst Vader in any movie.
Yeah, except when he laid the smackdown.
Except when he
that
laid
was
the
pretty
smackdown,
cool.
yeah. Because like, oh yeah, and then we just roll right into episode 4.
Yeah.
Literally can roll right into episode 4.
Literally. Yeah, so anyways, I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah.
So when I was last night I did the movie stream and Mosh was on it and we were talking about Star Wars and Marvel and stuff like that. He's like, I just can't watch all this stuff. Like, you have to watch it all. I'm like, no, you don't have to watch it all. Just watch what you like.
Yeah.
And he's like, but then you don't know what's going on. And I'm like, you don't need to know what's going on. Like, I liked Moon Knight, and there was like nothing involving the extended MCU in that.
Yeah, 0 things.
He's like, well, you don't know that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't know that. But it's like, I also don't care about that. It doesn't matter.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
Because I've watched it.
Yeah.
And I've watched literally almost literally everything. Marvel.
But then in She-Hulk, what was the only MCU thing in that? Like Scar? Like Hulk's son?
And
was there anything else in there? I mean, I guess Daredevil, but
yeah, Daredevil and Abomination.
Yeah, but even then, like, is that going to affect anything? That didn't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe Scar's son, I would think, has to be something. Otherwise, why even do it?
Yeah,
but you don't
maybe
have
just
to.
for the memes.
Yeah, with his receding hairline hairdo. Oh my god. So, anyways, if you don't care about Star Wars, you can enjoy Andor as a science fiction show.
You sure can. A
On its
science
own.
fiction political intrigue show.
Yeah.
With mild amounts of action.
Yeah, a little
There's
bit.
very little action.
Yeah, it's more just like it's like a thriller.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you don't like Star Wars, you can still enjoy Andor.
You sure can.
You wouldn't even know it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even anything with the Force in it or anything.
No.
No.
There's no Force. There's no DL-44s. There's no...
Nothing. No midichlorians.
No. The only thing... Do you?
What?
I'm trying to think of if you see a destroyer.
I mean, there's a crashed one that's at the start of when Andor's a kid. Isn't that a crashed Star Destroyer?
No, that's a crashed Carillion Corvette.
Oh.
That crashes, but...
Yeah, I don't know if there's a Star Destroyer.
Do you see
Oh,
any
there must have been
stormtroopers?
Star Destroyers. Yeah, well, we see Sand Troopers
Oh, yeah.
or Shore Troopers.
Yeah.
There must have been a Star Destroyer when they went to that planet with where Andor was from to take it over.
Oh, probably.
Start their investigation.
Yeah. I can't recall now.
I can't either.
But yeah, you definitely see shore troopers, sand troopers, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, Shore Troopers.
In the one of the later episodes.
Yeah, there's stormtroopers because there's like that whole scene of a flashback where the guys are gonna throw rocks at the stormtroopers, and then like Andor's adoptive dad like goes in the street and is like, "Hey man, everybody chill out," and then the stormtroopers stop and turn around and like blow them away.
Even with the newer stuff when they come and take over.
Yeah, so there's definitely stormtroopers.
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyways, Andor,
Highly recommend.
yes.